Tyrone Dobbs smacks innocent daughter Ruby Dobbs. More devastation strikes for young Ruby Dobbs as Fizz Brown moves back in. With Fizz continuing to frame Tyrone Dobbs's daughter Ruby for her own daughter Hope Stape's evil ways, Ruby's suffering is worsened. Water begins dripping through the ceiling at the Dobbs house and the frazzled parents find the upstairs sink is blocked. Assuming Ruby is to blame again, Tyrone smacks his innocent child. Ruby flees upstairs in tears, terrified of her abusive father. Feeling eaten up with guilt of her lies, Fizz reluctantly tells Tyrone the truth. Tyrone Dobbs actor Alan Halsall commented, "It takes a lot for Tyrone to lose his temper because he has been the victim of a violent situation himself, so it's such a build-up of confusion with Fizz, Ruby, and Hope. And then of course Gemma's involved, so there's such a mixed bag of emotions. It's a snap moment where Tyrone's just had enough and he lashes out, which is really against his character. Fizz knows that for Tyrone to do something like that to his own child, that he's got to be at breaking point. Fizz knows the truth about Hope's behavior, so at that point she knows that she has to tell Tyrone about what has really been going on. At this point their relationship is pretty much in pieces anyway because of Tyrone's drunken mistakes and with the kids playing up, so they really are in turmoil. This is the final straw for Tyrone that Fizz has not been honest with him. In his head they are done and he doesn't see any way forward. Tyrone will have feelings of regret over what has happened with both Ruby and Fizz, and will do for a long time. He knows the hurt that being beat up by Kirsty brought him for so long, and he knows what damage that can do, so he really will live in regret of smacking his child. Ruby doesn't really want anything to do with Tyrone and she's scared. This is definitely the first time that Tyrone has ever done something like this and Ruby doesn't know how to deal with it. It would break Tyrone's heart every time he looked at her to know that she's scared of him. Cancelling Ruby's doctor's appointments, Fizz decides to send Hope in her place in a last-ditch attempt to save their family. As Tyrone tries to make amends with little Ruby, she's so scared of him that she refuses to let him take her to school, fearing what he will do to her next. How will Fizz cope with Tyrone's affair? How will Tyrone cope with knowing Fizz's lies drove him to wrongly harm his daughter? How will Ruby cope with her fear and terror? For more soap news and gossip, click subscribe below.